I'm looking for a replacement for my Nikon SB910, so I'm going to compare it with the Godox TT685. So in the past, I've always used Nikon flashes, the SB910 and originally the SB900. Now the SB900 was a really good flash, but it did suffer quite a few problems. It used to overheat quite a bit, which was quite annoying, especially when you're outside at a wedding and it was hot, and they would overheat pretty quickly. Now I have several of these and they all have false error codes, so I use them mainly in manual. Now the 910 was supposed to solve half the problems with the overheating, but instead of switching off, they just got very hot, which wasn't ideal. So I was looking for a replacement. Not being happy with the Nikon Speedlights, I started looking around and I came across the Godox range. I settled on the TT685 by Godox. The price was really reasonable, so I wanted to see how it performed. So I'm just going to do the test between the TT685 and the 910. Now I'm going to do some speed testing, see how quick they recycle. So brand new batteries in both these flashes, but I am going to attach them afterwards to a power pack. So let's switch them both on, get ready for the test. So we're going to actually press the fire button at the same time and see how quick they recycle. And there we go. So they're recycling, and the first one is the Godox, which is quite impressive. The Nikon cost me £300 and the Godox is only £90. That's good value. Now I know the 910 has now been discontinued, but it was the big flash from Nikon at the time, and I'll be honest, it sort of put me off. Now the build quality of the Godox is really good. I think it's actually better than the SB910, feels a lot stiffer and just a bit more robust. Now the Godox has a little ace up its sleeve. If you want to go off-camera flash, then using the 910, I personally use the Pocket Wizard TTLs, and I've not been that impressed with them, to be honest. The Godox doesn't need it. All you need is the X1 transmitter. Now this is also pretty cheap. I think I got this for £45, and it's fabulous because you can even change the settings on the Speedlight via this unit. It just feels easier to use than unloading the Pocket Wizard, attaching it and pairing them. It's just easier to use the Godox. And it is a massive cost difference, £620 for the SB910 with the Pocket Wizard and only £125 for the Godox with the X1. Now I also purchased the power pack. This is a fabulous tool. I have been using the Quantum Turbo for some time, but that's worn out, so I bought this. Now I'm going to attach both the SB910 and the TT685, as it's got two ports on the battery, so we can compare how quick they recycle when they're being powered by an outside battery. So we're going to power up the battery, and you can see on top of the unit that the battery is full and both are connected. So now we're going to do the test to see how quickly they recycle together. So here we go, both the units are on full power. I'm going to see how quickly it recycles with the battery attached. There we go, and they're very close, but again I think the Godox just marginally beats the Nikon, which isn't much, but it does show that it's a really good flash for the money. So as I said before, I use the TTL 1 and 5 with the Pocket Wizard on the Nikon 910. Now it has been successful for me. I've had multiple problems, I've had them break, and I've had them internally fail. Even this one has got a fault on it at the moment. And as for the Godox, it's really simple. All you need to do is turn on the TT685, and on the right hand side there's a button where you can select different modes. Now you're looking for the one with the little beacon in the top left hand corner, and the screen turns red, and you turn on the X1. Now the X1 will actually display the channel, so we've got channel 1 slave A and channel 1 slave A. We can actually adjust the setting of the flash from here. It's a really simple system, and that, I think, is why it works so often and doesn't fail, because it is simple. The issues I've had with the Nikon and Pocket Wizards, I'm converted. The Godox hasn't failed for me. It's done everything I've asked, and for the money it's phenomenal value. So I think I've become a bit of a Godox fan, because I've done a few videos on Godox products. If you found our video helpful, please like and subscribe.